Season 48, War number 5, and we have Warlock, Claire, and Emma Frost. And we're going to start on Path 4 as usual, because there's always a CGR here on Node 4 for me to clear. So this is the 5th time I've taken the CGR this season, and it's probably one of the best CGR fights I've taken. I did this one really clean, and we're going to see how it goes right here. We're going to cycle into Incinerate Curse ASAP, and then I want to ideally gain a little bit more prowess before he throws a special attack, and here I do. And now I have 5 prowess, and I'm going to throw my SP2. This is going to push him to his SP2, which I'm just going to take on block, just because I don't want to risk dexing it. And so I block it. I only lose about 10% of my health, no big deal. And now I just want to trigger his Incinerate immunity a bit, so I gain some power. And then we're going to go for another SP2, and we're doing almost 5k in burst on every single hit. And he throws his special 1, but that doesn't matter because he's in the buff immunity, so he doesn't place any judgments on me. And then I'm going to go for an SP2 right here, and that's going to do the trick. So really clean fights. I did that one really well. And next up, we're going to be fighting Agent Venom on node, node 13. This is only a rank 4 Agent Venom. I have no idea how he made the defensive list at rank 4, but here he is. And this is a really easy fight for Emma. The only thing that makes this annoying is the weakness, just reducing my damage and stuff. So we just want to do some parry heavies initially, and then I'm just gonna burst him down with a bunch of basic attacks, and then finally a big special 2. And I'm gonna have 3 weaknesses on me when I throw this, so it actually doesn't kill him, but it's no big deal. We're gonna kill him with 1 combo right after, so there goes that. And next up, we're going to be moving to Path 9, where Warlock is going to be getting his fights, and really excited to take Warlock to war for the first time. I don't even have a 6-star Warlock, so I've only been able to play the 7-star, and I never played him at like a 5-star or a 4-star level, so I've legitimately never gotten a lot of time to use Warlock, and this is going to be a very fun opportunity to do so here in this Alliance War. And we're fighting this Weapon X here on node 27, and I do have an Odin pre-fight to make it so where I can play aggressive in the shock phase. I don't need it for this fight. I don't even know how I got caught on a dash back there, but that's okay because we had the indestructible boost. And here I'm going to get him to throw a special attack, and then he's just going to die. Watch this SP2. We're going to do a massive amount of damage, and then power backs bring me all the way back to my SP2, and then he's dead. That was crazy. Like, here, I'm going to put it on replay for a second. The first hits from that SP2 push me back to my SP2, and then I'm just going to throw another one because the power backs and stuff. So the amount of damage that he just did, that was crazy. And yes, that was a really good first experience with Warlock and War. So that was pretty great. But next up, we're going to be fighting Wong on node 36. This is a scary fight, like legitimately, because firstly, my phone lags, and I physically couldn't do anything at the start of the fight because my phone lagged. So I just lost my indestructible boost. But also, I'm fighting him with someone who is able to gain buffs, being the dex buff, and I also can't parry him at all because of one eye open. I guess I can, but I don't want to take damage ever, so I just won't usually. And I was trying to bait that special attack before he cycled into his blue mandala, because that's the one that makes him go unstoppable when I trigger a buff. Unfortunately, he decides to hold the special until he gets it, but that's okay. We get some nice crits on that SP2. Power backs give me a little bit more power, but not enough to where I can just spam the specials, and then I get hit by that. So, luckily, when Warlock has an armor up, he cannot get crit on specials, so that Wong was never gonna have the chance to crit me, so I would only take that much damage. So that is definitely nice for safety purposes, but also I keep trying to back up when I trigger my dex buff because I think that it's gonna go unstoppable, but it doesn't. So obviously I don't know how Wong works very well. He's also gonna go do his Eldritch burst thing that I kind of forgot he does. And here I'm going to take a big burst of damage because I legit just forgot about it and I was an idiot. Luckily it didn't do that much damage to me. so we're okay. I'm going to throw my SP2 again. And those shocks still do hurt a little bit because of the fact that I don't have willpower. So yeah, I'm getting low on health, but so is he. So I'm just like, okay, I get to an SP2, he dies. I need one intercept or something, and then I can relic my way there. He throws an SP1, so that gives me my opening. So I'm like, okay, he's dead here. But that was definitely a scary fight. Rank 3 Wong on this node is actually terrifying, and I'm just glad that Warlock got the job done. So he also didn't have willpower in that fight, so I didn't have any power control. The guy plays without willpower, which was very unfortunate, very annoying, but it doesn't matter because we still got the job done. Alright, now we have Kingpin on node 41. This fight is harder than I expected because I underestimated just how much power gain Kingpin would be getting with Power Focus 2, and I also forgot that when I'm using a Power Start 1 boost, obviously I'm not going to be in Diamond form. So I messed up a little bit at the start, but it's okay. I'm going to go for a combo here, and I'm going to throw my SP2. I have 15 prowess, and I don't get 1 crit, and I'm like, dude, come on. So now I need to bait his SP2. But Emma's concussion got his unstoppable, which is just amazing. That made it to where I can actually hit him now. I'm in the root phase anyway, so... notice there, I dexed his heavy attack, and I thought that would count for the unblockable hit for the soft guard node. But it didn't, and he's unblockable there. I don't understand why that node works that way. But, yeah, so... I throw my SP2. This fight would be easier with power backs. I should have activated them, but again, I thought this fight, that concussion catching the root was great. But I legit thought this fight would be a lot easier than it actually was, and so I didn't actually activate power backs. Big mistake on my part. Luckily, it's going to be okay. I'm going to relic into either, I think I just kill him with basic attacks, or no, an SP2 does it actually. So 34k crit there, and then he dies. So, yeah, that was a bit scary, but it's okay. We won, and that's all that matters. Alright, so now we have a classic clairvoyance fight for me against this Adam Warlock on node 47. I've gotten really, really good at this fight, just like I've gotten really, really good at the CGR fight, because just with a bunch of practice, it becomes really easy. And we're going to see me take it here. I'm only activating 150 Mystic Power Backs because that's all I think I need, because I'm very confident in how this fight's going to go. So I just need to cycle into my Poison Curse. I also could have Power Start 1 boosted here, but I didn't, and clearly I didn't need it, because you're going to see how well this fight goes pretty fast. I have to dex this because I don't have the buff immunity up, allowing me to block it, but that's okay. We're going to start the Power Steal process, and just like that, I'm almost back at 2 bars already, and I can just parry and go back in for another SP2. And that's just the rhythm of the fight. We're going to be cycling SP2s without letting him throw special attacks, and it's just going to be pretty great. We're going to take a little bit of block damage going for re-parries, but that's literally all. I don't need him to throw special attacks just because I'm power controlling him like this. And we shut off Adam's power gain when we power steal him, because when you power steal Adam, he loses it for 12 seconds. So I don't even have to worry about that, even though I do have the tactic prowess helping me out there. He goes into his pod, but I throw my SP2 immediately after he heavy attacks because I anticipated the heavy attack. And then he's going to die right here with this last SP2. So, textbook clairvoyant fight. Rank 3 Adam completely destroyed just like that. And then we have my last fight of the war against a rank 3 Killmonger on node 49. This was a bit of an experiment fight. We didn't really know how well it would go, but I thought that I could do it. And the worst part of this fight is the fact that I'm punching up, because this is a rank 3 Sig 90 Killmonger, and my Emma is only rank 2. If my Emma was rank 3, this fight is so much easier. And if well, you can see from the text here, if I land my parries correctly in this fight is 100% soloable. So I'm going to mess up this fight a lot, and if I actually landed a bunch of parries, I would have soloed this. But you're going to see me miss a lot of parries in this fight, some on my end, some on the game's end, but that's just, it's part of the process. So I'm not going to say all of them were the game's fault, because some of them I definitely were late on. But there's the first one. Mr. Reparry. Don't know how. I legitimately have no idea how I missed that reparry, but it's okay. Now I'm taking a bunch of degen. Missed another parry there, so that's 2. And yeah, so I'm going to block his special attacks. I guess I should talk about the entire reason that Emma is good for this fight, and that is because you can parry as much as you want because you are stun immune, and you are also so tanky because her diamond form gives her so much armor rating, so much physical resistance, so much crit resistance that you can take so many hits in this fight and still live. And that's why Emma is being used here, because I can parry as much as I want, and I can still afford to take hits. I can afford to take a bunch of blocked hits. And there's another misparry. There's the third one. I don't know why my text is moving so slow. It's something weird with the editing software, but yeah, the counter is moving to 3 now. We're playing a lot in the corner in this fight, but that's okay. I'm able to do that. And here he goes for his SP2, and then I need him to throw in SP1, but I didn't push him there, so now his reverb he triggered with a decent bit of power, so now his reverb's a bit more potent. And here he just decides to do nothing, so I got degened, but that's okay. I didn't want to try to bait the special by dexing too much, because then I'd lose a bunch of prowess. Apparently I needed to, because he was just going to be passive like that. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm like, okay, I'm on par to where I won't time out, but I'm more worried about dying at this point, because I'm taking a lot of brute force damage, I'm taking a lot of missed parry damage, and stuff like that, so... luckily, when I do land the parries, I really don't take a lot of damage. It's just the fact that when I'm missing them, I'm obviously going to. So... yeah, it's just, we're just killing him with basic attacks, and that's fine, because you have enough basic attack damage to where you're not timing out. Emma does not increase her crit rate and crit damage rate if she's not in telepath form, so I don't really get those bonuses when I'm in diamond form, which is unfortunate. That's why you saw me checking her ability counter earlier in the fight, or her ability section earlier before I took the fight, to try to see if I would gain that benefit in diamond form, because I couldn't remember. And then there's my 5th miskip parry. Like, I missed 5 parries in that fight. I don't even understand it, man. But I didn't show you the end stats, but I took 18 hits in that fight. And if Emma can take 18 hits in that fight before she dies, I can 100% do this again with just me being better at parrying and stuff. So I would 100% take this fight again. I would ideally want it to be even ranks and not me punching up, but luckily that won't be a big problem for me going forward. I'm not going to elaborate too much on that, but I'm going to be able to rematch this fight pretty sure next war, and I'm hoping that's going to go well for me. I haven't actually taken it yet, but we're going to see how well I can do it. And yeah, you can see on the second attempt, it's going very smoothly. Like, I'm still at 90% health, and he's lost, like 15 from what he started at. So clearly I can do this fight. I just need to be better than how I did on my first attempt. So, yeah, it's going pretty well, and then he's losing health pretty fast with my basics, and he's just about to die. I'm going to kill him with this relic right here, and that is 49 Killmonger. So I did give my 2nd death of the season, which is very unfortunate, but luckily, again, it was a bit of an experiment fight, and it's not one like the Serpent death where I'm just super pissed of how it ended. And we did win the war, so we are now 2-3. Not a great record so far, but it was a very much needed win. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I can't wait to upload next one. It looks like it's going to be a pretty big war for me. And if you liked the video, hit the like, hit the sub button, all the YouTube things I'm obligated to tell you, and I will see you in the next video.